let's do something incredibly unique. The triple seared steak. With this method, we're gonna be cooking our steak 3 times with 3 different flavors. Whew. As the name implies, this is a high temperature cook, the triple sear. So I'm gonna leave the charcoal in the chimney. That way that heat is super intense and we can get a gorgeous sear on each part of this cook. Let's introduce our steak. Today we have a gorgeous 4-ounce block of Japanese A5 Wagyu strip loin. A beautiful cut. Honestly, one of my favorites. Like I said, this method of cooking relies heavily on a hot, fast, hard sear, which A5, it's perfect for that. That's exactly how I would cook this anyway. And let me tell you, I've done a few A5 cooks before. This method is as simple as it is unique. We coat it, we cook it, we rinse it. Do that 3 times, and we have ourselves a triple seared steak. The order of operations today is salt, a nice Japanese whiskey. Now, if you wanted to use like a rum or a bourbon, I wouldn't hold it against you. But salt, whiskey, soy sauce. So we're gonna start by covering this with a very, very healthy layer of salt. Now don't worry, a lot of this is going to burn off and get washed off in the next parts of the cook, so go very heavy on it. I don't even wanna see the steak when it's done. This A5 Wagyu cooks fast. We're only gonna be doing about 1 to 2 minutes per side over that really intense heat with some long rests in between those sears. Let's do the first one. As for the cook time, it's a little unique, about 1 minute per side, but we flip every 30 seconds. This will help keep the cook consistent and avoid a gray band. Edge to edge, mid-rare, baby. For the first wash, we're gonna be using this Hibiki Japanese whiskey. This is just an incredibly flavorful whiskey. We're gonna wash all that salt off the steak, cool it down, and then get ready for our next sear. This is gonna be like a 5-minute rest in this whiskey. Each one of these rests is gonna be about that long. Allow the meat to cool back down and get ready for that next sear. I don't know about y'all, but my favorite TV chef growing up was Julia Child. And one thing she was always big on was making sure that your ingredients were of the highest quality by testing them out. Now, I'm not exactly sure of the science, but with alcohol especially, you have to test it every time you open the bottle just to make sure that it's still good. A little for you, a little for me. The Julia Child way. For the final wash, we have ourselves some soy sauce. Gonna drown it. The cool thing about this cook, what I really like about it, is that you can be so aggressive with your sear and just get a gorgeous crust on this steak without really having to worry about overcooking it, because we're gonna cool it down between each one of those sears. Oh yeah. And we've got some really nice color on this so far, but this 3rd sear with the soy sauce, that's where it gets deep caramelized color. It's so gorgeous. Let me check my temp here actually. We're at 98 degrees on this one, so perfect. That's exactly what I would like to see. 98 degrees. Sometimes these videos, they just write themselves. Make sure while it's resting to give it a few flips and stuff. You wanna make sure that it gets all over there, really soaks in, gathers all that up and everything, so pro tip. And if you're looking for internal temperatures, what I like to do is at the first sear, I like to see 80 degrees, 100 degrees at the second sear, and then 115 or so at the 3rd sear. That'll give us a nice mid-rare finish. Shout out to these little creme brulee dishes. They're perfect for some A5 Wagyu. While this steak is resting, I am gonna hit it with a couple of dashes of soy sauce, just as like kind of like a binder, and then a light coating of some white pepper. This is a milder form of pepper, much more subtle, which a lot of these flavors are in this dish, so it fits perfectly with it. Gonna let this rest for a few minutes, slice it up, and see what we've got. Just about ready, slice it up. One of the things I really like about this preparation method, this cooking method, not only is it very unique and kind of different, it's that you can do this with any steak you want. Whether you want to use a strip steak, A5 like I'm using, or just a regular strip steak, a ribeye, a filet, a skirt steak, whatever. Because of that intense heat and cooling process, it works really well no matter the steak. Just adjust those sear times, that way you're hitting your temperature goals all the way through the cook. No matter how many times I cook a steak, and I've cooked a few steaks, whenever you cut it open, it's always like, did I do this right? And then it's perfect and you're like, faith restored in the world. That is just so stinking gorgeous. That flavor is so unique. You definitely pick up on the hints of the soy sauce. It's salty, but not overly so. You get that deep caramelized whiskey flavor in there. It's such a unique experience. I feel like you could definitely make this video into a drinking game. I'm gonna put like a unique counter at the bottom there and just take a shot every time I say unique. There you go. But I say all that just to say it's a really fun, unique way to cook a steak. Highly recommend you give it a try. I am going to chow down on this absolute masterpiece of deliciousness. And with that, I'll see y'all in the next one. Crockett, mate. She's a hot one. Man, she looks good. Hey, look. It's my lucky thumb rock from the last video. Do they bear a resemblance?